Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our YouTube chit chat. My name is Sinazak and this is my YouTube channel. So guys, there is an issue that you really need to discuss and dissect about it. We all remember when IAMMARWA went to the orphanage and we saw people really came out from their cocoon, because it has taken me, yours truly, quite a substantial amount of time to really come out and shed my tears. And in fact, that time, the tears rolled down my cheeks when Amara visited the orphanage. We all saw how things went out. So as we speak, the orphanage was building a house that's supposed to be roofed. IAMMARWA was supposed to spearhead through Gitiriba. But there is something that is coming out as a turn and a twist. IAMMARWA is now thinking twice. And IAMMARWA is so keen and very keen where he wants to step. In fact, IAMMARWA used a swimming analogy that before you swim, you must know where you could really swim, or you must be so very careful where you want to swim. You know, it really took me a time. Then I was like, what's really going on? I went to IAMMARWA video and I went and Googled exactly what IAMMARWA told us to Google. Therefore, what I found, it was a shock. So guys, before we really discuss deep about the issues of orphanages and why IAMMARWA is taking a back, why IAMMARWA is now taking the back seat and fronting Gitiriba to carry the mantle, because he never knew the idea behind it. Because there is something that IAMMARWA is still investigating. That's the reasons why IAMMARWA has taken a backstage. Perhaps let's watch
about the
this
children's
video.
home. I think for me, once we do the roof of that children's home, that will be it. Murabarize? Yes. Morning, how are you? Once I do the roofing of the children's home, that will be it. And please guys, don't send me any money of the children's home, please. There's something I'm investigating and I'm realizing it is a river that I can't swim, sorry to say. So I had no idea of the children's home at all, and it's good I'm not mentioning names, but if you saw the video, there's a lot of things I'm seeing even from national television concerning the same. You can go Google this video and see for yourself. It says American philanthropist wants to recover money sent to a Kenyan partner. Please Google and see for yourself. Then you'll make a decision. But anything to do with the children's home, the moment we put the roof in that house and maybe doors, that is it. I don't want to be associated or involved. And even if maybe in future I want to be involved, it has to be very clear. For example,
So that is
how many
IAMMARWA
number
speaking.
of kids we have.
That let no one send him any money meant for the orphanage. IAMMARWA is reminding us, it's not like he doesn't want to help, but he's telling us at least he has people are already sent money. He also needs to rest. He's going to install the roofing plus the door. Then from that time, he will rest. That any money going for that orphanage to be channeled through Gitiriba, so Gitiriba could accomplish the project they started. But there's a reason why Amara have decided to stake back, because it's telling us there is something he wants to investigate. They're telling us there is American philanthropist who was defrauded a sum of 20 million because they used to partner involving a certain orphanage. We still don't know what orphanage is because Amara never mentioned them. So this is the reasons why I went deep to discover what really happening. Guys, I don't want anybody to get me wrong. I'm doing this video not to chide neither IAMMARWA nor the orphanage or the orphans who are in the children's home. But I'm doing this video for educational purposes and for reality check and for information material. You know, I will come back to the moral of the story. So guys, if you're coming across this channel and this video for the very first time, kindly click on the notification bell so that when I upload a video, YouTube channel notify you instantly. My subscriber, may God bless you abundantly. So let's dive in after the break. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, and let's dive in straight away lest we forget. The story of American philanthropist who wants to claim back a 20 million money that he donated in building an orphanage. In fact, they were partners. It's a story that really shocked me grotesquely. I wouldn't think and I couldn't believe my eyes. But deep right inside it, it is just a story full of allegation left and right, and the matter is in court. Perhaps let's not judge so early, but let's watch the video below for information, for education, and for awareness, and to find the reasons why Amara is staying away, why Amara has taken a leap back, where Amara is still doing investigation, so that we stop calling Amara's name, and also we stop also calling or a blanket condemnations of an orphanage. Children are so very precious. The orphanage needs to be helped, but this is information material that we need to learn from it. Perhaps let's watch the video.
Allegedly donated to an orphanage ran by a Kenyan known as Esther Wambui. Now, Goodhart believes the money has been misused. She claims that Wambui, who has been her partner since 2018, has been giving false information on the number of orphans she was supporting, having quoted 148 orphans against the reality of supporting only 18. The matter, which has been reported to police, is headed to court. Wambui claims Goodhart, who has donated only 7 million shillings to the organization, has assaulted her and wants the organization handed to another group. This story was produced by our very own Njoroge Gatete.
We find Aves Goodhart in Sameta, Kisii County, in the company of people she refers to as friends. Goodhart is in distress. What she started as a project to help the needy now torments her. She tells us it dates back to 2017 when she came to Kenya to visit orphanages and met Pastor Esther Wambui, who was running an orphanage.
I rented the house for a contract for a whole year and then sent her $1,000 a month for that year. In 2018, I came back with Betty and Esther and the kids. We all decided it was better to own land.
They acquired a 2-acre piece of land in Bingutwi, Isibania, Migori County in 2018, where she helped raise funds to build an orphanage. But it was not until 2020 when the COVID-19 pandemic hit the country, which forced Goodhart to move back to the United States. That's when everything allegedly went wrong.
I sent her money, lots of money, and one of my sponsors gave $18,000 to buy a car, and that same week we sent $5,500 to buy a piece of property because she wanted to plant more gardens. She told me during the COVID that there was a drought. The neighbors were starving, and I sent her $300 a week till the end of January.
She claims she has sent Wambui over $200,000 over the last 4 years, which she thought was supporting 148 orphans. It was a lie, she points out.
I want to get an LCG. I want her to put all the lands, the cars, the cows, the chickens that she hasn't sold, everything. Because we bought everything.
We visited Isibania in search of Wambui and found her in the company of her assistants who tell us she is ailing. She gets into her car and we follow them to the orphanage. This magnificent building ushers us into the Noah's Boat Good Heart Children's Home. Here we find about 80 children, but only 18 among them are said to be orphans. Wambui defends the allegations against her, insisting that everything she has done is above board.
Kwanza alikuwa anatuma 1,100 kwa mwezi ili nigawe kama 60,000 kwa chakula na 40,000 kwa watoto kuendea shule. Niko na dokumenti zote za mashamba ambaye nimenunua. Nimenunua eka 5 na eka 3 ndio nimejenga.
Wambui claims there is a group out to take over the home, which she founded in 2007 and has sacrificed everything to see children get educated and have a good life.
Nimekuwa nikimuomba msamaha. Hata siku hii ya leo nilienda kuongea naye kwamba tusameheane, lakini akakataa. Akasema ngojea barua yenye utaletewa kutoka kwa wakili.
She has instructed us to claim reimbursement for the monies that she has used in this organization, which is illegal.
It is a matter that has seen Wambui file a complaint to the police in Isibania, claiming Good Heart assaulted her, a complaint she later withdrew, and the two parties advised by Isibania OCS David Kamadi to seek redress in court because of the civil nature of the case. For now, the only hope is the court decision, which will resolve the dispute, which puts the lives of children.
That is the video. It was done both in English and Swahili. There's nothing to repeat. On the video, you see an American citizen, a philanthropist who started the orphanage with the pastor Esther. That is the 3 years video. That is Esther, the same Esther that you're seeing today. So there is a dispute in that orphanage, and the dispute involves of management and the ownership. When COVID-19 happened, the philanthropist, who's an American citizen, left Kenya because she was elderly and for better treatment there. That is when things took haywire. The philanthropist saying the orphanage is already been taken over by Pastor Esther, who now is disassociating from her, never to own it. So the issue itself is not about the stolen funds. No fund was stolen. The issue was about the ownership. I'm also listening to that video that the issue of it is now also the number of children who are being taken care of. That there is only 18 orphans. They're not as 140 as it's being said. I don't know the truth. That is what we found out from the media outlet. And this is the information that perhaps IAMMARWA have watched and decided to take a leap back. But the question that majority of people would ask, why IAMMARWA has taken aback? It could be IAMMARWA was rich because IAMMARWA audience are international. And most of the philanthropists that perhaps who have been supporting IAMMARWA were the same people who are supporting that elderly woman who is a philanthropist from US. Perhaps reached out. And that is how IAMMARWA got the information. What is the moral of the story? The moral of the story is never to chide IAMMARWA, not of abandoning the cause of helping the needy. of the children in the orphanage. But it's to leak all the information outside there so that anytime before you take an action, it's good to unravel the truth about other institutions going forward. IAMMARWA doesn't want to involve himself into a place where he would be blamed. Furthermore, the reasons why IAMMARWA have decided to take a way back, the matter involving that orphanage is still in court. And IAMMARWA is seeking the truth about the ordeal that really happened. That's why IAMMARWA decided to take back and stay. But it's good. IAMMARWA is continuing telling people that the money that were already been solicited will be used to purchase timber, install roof, and to complete the houses. Then we will leave it at that. IAMMARWA is telling us, if you want to help Madam Esther, help Madam Esther direct, but not through him, but through Gitiriba. But there's something that IAMMARWA still is getting about the case before IAMMARWA decided to come and step foot to help. I think that was a very constructive decision making from IAMMARWA, because you all know, what if IAMMARWA decided to help? Then later stage, the naysayers and the lazy gang will happen at one point to get the tip of this information. The social media would be awash. IAMMARWA would be smeared names of incorporating with Esther to defraud American philanthropist. Her only orphanage. I think it's very nice sometimes when we do a background check before we take decisions going forward. Guys, that is the information that we found out. In dispute, be the judge. Let me know what you think about this information. Until next time, this is your boy, Senior Zach.